People said her hands had a secret language, that her stitches whispered stories. She grew up in a tiny room behind her grandmother's fabric shop, surrounded by rolls of velvet, lace, wax print, silk, and shimmering sequins. By age 10 she could sew an entire dress with her eyes half closed. By 18 she was creating styles that made strangers stop and stare on the streets. Her magic was simple. She didn't sew clothes. She sewed confidence. Her first big break came unexpectedly. A woman in London saw one of her dresses online and ordered it for a red carpet event. That same night, the woman's photos went viral. People didn't ask for the lady's name. They asked, "Who designed that dress?" That question changed Serwaa's life. Within 2 months, she was receiving messages from everywhere. East, West, South, North. Designers from Paris wanted to collaborate. Stylists from New York wanted custom suits for their celebrities. Even royalty from the Middle East requested a collection for a wedding so grand it would be aired on international TV. Serwaa found herself traveling non-stop. Sometimes she woke up in a hotel not even knowing which country she was in until she looked outside. Dubai today. Tokyo tomorrow. Milan next week. But everywhere she went, people admired the same thing: her calm spirit and elegant craft. She was beautiful, always dressed in something she had created herself, flowing effortlessly like she was born inside a fashion house. And her clients adored her. Still, the journey wasn't all smooth. A jealous competitor once tried to sabotage her work before a major runway show in Paris. Another time, a shipment of her designs was stolen on its way to Los Angeles. But Serwaa never broke. She trusted her hands, trusted her gift, trusted her purpose. And every challenge pushed her fame even higher. Her designs were so unique that stores placed orders before she even released a collection. A single dress from her could shut down an entire fashion week. And because of her rising demand, she started receiving orders that paid her more than she used to earn in a whole year. One evening, she stood on the balcony of her penthouse in Italy, watching the city lights dance like fireflies. She thought about the girl from the small fabric shop, and how far those little threads had carried her. She whispered to herself, "This is only the beginning." Because Serwaa wasn't done. Her dream wasn't to be the biggest designer in the world. Her dream was to inspire other creators who felt unseen, unheard, or underestimated. And in the end, her true masterpiece wasn't the dresses she made. It was the legacy she was stitching across the world. Success came fast, but fame came with shadows. As Ama Serwaa's name spread across continents, the pressure rose too. Every morning she woke up to hundreds of messages from clients across the world. Paris wanted new gowns. Qatar wanted wedding outfits. New York wanted custom suits for a commercial. It felt like everyone wanted a piece of her magic. But deep inside, Ama felt a quiet storm forming. One night in Milan, she received a call that changed everything. A major global fashion house wanted her to design an exclusive collection. It was the biggest opportunity of her life, the kind that turns designers into legends. But there was a catch. They wanted full creative control. They wanted to use her name, her image, her story, but not her ideas. She hung up and sat in silence for a long time. Ama remembered the little room behind her grandmother's shop. She remembered threading needles with shaking hands. She remembered promises she made to herself. "My name will never be controlled." The next morning, she walked away from the contract. The world was shocked. Reporters called her bold. But Ama felt lighter than she had in months. Then the miracle happened. The story of her refusal went viral. People admired her courage. Orders doubled. Celebrities begged for her designs. And one unexpected message arrived. "We want to feature your brand at the Global Fashion Summit." It was the biggest stage in the world. When the day finally came, the hall was packed. Lights dimmed. Music rose. And then, her models stepped onto the runway wearing the most breathtaking designs she had ever created. Fabrics shimmered like sunrise on water. Colors flowed like poetry. Every stitch was a piece of her journey. But the moment that broke the audience came at the end. Ama walked out in a dress she created just for herself. Smooth glowing skin, long wavy lace front hair falling over her shoulders, her curves and elegance shining like a living masterpiece. She stood at the center of the runway, hands over her heart, tears in her eyes. The whole room stood. A standing ovation that lasted more than a minute. Right there, under the golden lights, Amora finally understood something. Her talent wasn't given to her to hide. It was given to her to inspire. That night she returned to her hotel, opened her window, and looked out at the endless city lights. She had gone from a small-town girl threading fabric behind a shop to a global icon. And she whispered softly, "The world didn't make me. I made my own path." Ama Serwaa's story didn't end with fame. It ended with freedom, respect, and a legacy stitched into the hearts of everyone who believed in the power of talent, courage, and patience. And that, truly, was her greatest design.